Hi guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Let's get some message cards from your person and see what they want you to know right now from their higher self. Okay, so the first one that we have is I am speaking through songs. So it feels like this is a very dreamy energy where your person is thinking about a recent experience with you or just where the connection's at in general. And there's a lot of harmony that they sense between the two of you. It's like they're missing piece. You bring a lot of balance to this person. You help harmonize aspects within them that others had kind of thought as maybe like annoying qualities, or things that they had looked at as like their shortcomings, things they'd sort of just stuffed away into the shadow. But with you, they're able to be more loudly their authentic self. And so it's this huge sigh of relief for them. In some way, they may have recently sort of brought down their wall, brought down their guard in some way, and shared with you an aspect of them that had, they didn't know like how you're going to receive this part of their personality, or some kind of effort that they made towards you, some kind of line of communication or conversation that they had initiated. And you went with the flow of that. You were either very excited or very open-minded as far as whatever that was concerned. And so this person's like at home doing their little happy dance, like, okay, good, you didn't shut me out. You didn't run away. You didn't just kind of smile and nod for the benefit of placating me, but there's a sense of feeling like the two of you again are really in alignment with one another, really harmonizing with one another at this particular point in time. Yeah, let's see. We also have, I reminisce a lot on the time spent with you. Yeah, so they're thinking back on your most recent encounter, your most recent conversation with one another. And there's a sense of like, I want to pick up where we left off. I can't wait to talk to you again. I can't wait to see you again. I can't wait to spend more precious moments with you. And I'm hearing you're my best friend. So it feels like you're quickly like becoming this person's best friend, or there's a sense of like the ways in which you've accepted them. You've, kind of like stepped into their life in a very deep and intense and a very authentic way. There's something like, I want to keep you close. I want to bring you in closer. I want us to move forward in this connection, because so far you're accepting like all of me that I'm showing, things that even like family members or friends may sort of have a hard time coping with or dealing with. Aspects about this person, their quirkiness, maybe even their intensity and passion, or certain things that they may have shared as far as like dislikes, things that are pet peeves that other people might be very judgmental about, or didn't really share the same sentiments, but you're like right on the same page as them. And so there's a sense of like, okay, there are romantic feelings here, but there's definitely like a basis of friendship or like best friendship that is quickly kind of accelerating their desire to move forward with you, or to get to know you better. We also have, I know you're my twin flame. Okay, so maybe some of you resonate with that idea of a twin flame or being on a twin flame journey. If not, this can be like two peas in the pod, the yin to the yang, soulmate kind of energy. There's a sense that this person, they feel like they understand themselves, and it's not so hard to like be themselves when they are in your presence. Again, you like really balance something out within them, and it feels like that's a sigh of relief as compared to other romantic connections that they've had with other people, where it's been like a push-pull game. There may have been a lot of having to perform for love, or kind of like hold parts of themselves back in order to be loved and accepted. That can also apply to like friends and family. But with you, those walls come down, the guard comes down, the defenses come down, and it's like you accept them for the messiness and for the perfection. And so there's a sense that they are excited and enthusiastic for what the future holds between the two of you. And we also have, I'm being subliminal with how I feel about you. Yeah, so it feels like whatever this person wants to kind of express to you in terms of they like the time you spend with one another, they like who you are when you are comfortable and you're kind of giving them a peek behind the curtain to more of your authentic self that encourages them to do the same. There's a sense that they don't want to like force or rush the process of kind of acclimating to one another, seeing how you can fit these various parts of who you are, your personality, your goals, your dreams in life, where you're at in your lives in general, how to sort of fit that together in a way that works for the two of you. They want to have those deeper conversations, but this feels like this is also somebody who is really enjoying kind of the organic pace of how things are developing, allowing you to take the lead in certain circumstances between the two of you, but then also someone who really wants to step up and take charge of this situation, and lead the two of you into kind of better circumstances with one another. And so again, they're not trying to like push your boundaries or come on too strong, but there's a sense of the art of subtlety here, kind of like subtly seducing you at this point in time, which it feels like makes them feel very empowered, very, very turned on, very attracted to you, because you're picking up on that and you're kind of going with it. Even ways in which they may be, kind of using this aspect of letting my guard down and letting you, sort of see beyond the performative self. And that's been very well received by you. That's a sense of like, it's given them the green light to continue in what may be sort of like a messy approach, or even kind of like a corny or a goofy approach, sort of using humor to dispel any tension between the two of you. And you're laughing at their jokes. You're cracking some of your own, the two of you almost maybe have some inside jokes, or a way in which you relate to others that comes forth very naturally, that is nothing they've ever experienced with anyone else before. And there's a sense of like, I love our time together, and I don't just want to kind of spill all that out and profess all these ooey gooey feelings for you, but at the same point in time, it's like, I want you to stay in my life. I want you to be more a part of my daily reality, because I like the connection that we have. I like where things have been. I like where things are headed. I'm really excited for what we have in this moment. I also have, I want to reconcile with you. So for those of you that aren't in a no contact situation where you're like actively having conversations, having interactions, with your person, there's a sense that they almost want to kind of like put any fears to rest, or kind of like ease any doubts that you may have. If they're taking kind of a slow approach, or you may sort of feel like, you're kind of dancing around in the friend zone at this particular point in time, this is just an aspect between the two of you that they want to make sure that, that is a strong part of your connection, in addition to, kind of the chemistry and the magnetism and, the sexual desire they have for you. There's like, I want all facets of our ways to relate to one another to be strong, to be solid, so that this connection has kind of like the greatest chance for success in a long-term sense. And we also have, my nerves have been getting the best of me. Yeah, so this is a sense that they feel like butterflies when they're in your presence. They feel very like opened inside of themselves, very naturally, in terms of like, I could talk to you forever. It feels like, you're my long lost best friend. This is something where, I've never felt this way before. And I want to kind of savor every moment of this experience where we're at right now with each other, so that the future can be based on kind of these positive vibrations, these good vibrations. So it's almost like a good nervousness, a good kind of anxiety that they feel when they're in your presence. It's a sense of like, this is an impassioned connection, an empowered connection that has all the right ingredients for what they've been seeking in long-term success with a partner. You're that person. You bring that out of them. And there's almost a sense of like, I'm excited to see you again. I can't wait to talk to you again. There's so much that I want to say. This person may be kind of like jotting down notes about topics that they want to talk to you about, or things that kind of happen to them, or that they think about, and there's this urge, this kind of overwhelming urge to like talk to you about it, share that with you, make a joke out of something. So there's a sense that you're quickly becoming their go-to person, as far as like little meaningful things that add up to like a very big significance in terms of their feelings for you and what they envision in the future. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another video. Please take care and be well.